Good morning, good morning. I am taking the Grateful Tuesday this morning from the car. It's your girl, Crystal Flowers. I am super excited about what the message is this morning, guys. Hey, Candy. Like I said, I'm coming from the car this morning because I ran a little late and I wasn't able to make it back home in time. So excuse my appearance, but I'm hoping that you guys can hear me clearly and we can share this message. Like I said, I'm super excited about our message this morning on this Grateful Tuesday. I hope you are truly grateful for something on this beautiful morning. Okay, Candace, I am looking for your, okay, there we go. I sent you the live, so we'll be going live. Just a second, waiting for my girl Candace Brown. Like we come up here every Tuesday to just give you guys a little bit of hope, something that you can take into your life, your business, just something very practical that we are learning as we grow and go along as well. So Candace should be joining me in 1 second, guys. And as soon as she joins me, we're going to get this thing rocking and rolling. I'm not sure what's going on. I sent you the invite, Candy. Oh, there she goes. Yeah, there she goes. All right. So we should be getting this. Yes. Go live with Candace Brown. Okay, come on. Come on, Insta. Come on, Insta. Let my girl in. Instagram. I accepted the invitation, Candy. I'm not sure what these people are doing. Oh, it says you're unable to join. What's going on? Okay, let's try it again. Let us try again.
Oh, there we go. Good morning.
There we go. I was like, Lord Jesus, don't let Instagram do like Facebook did us yesterday. Even though they are one and the same, guys, you need to know that Instagram and Facebook are first cousins. They actually brothers, ain't they? They got the same mama. I mean, they got the same papa, Mark Zuckerberg. So they are one and the same. So this morning, Candace, you can go ahead and just give a little refresher so the people know who you are. The ones who are not connected with us every week, they'll be able to know who you are.
Great. Good morning, everyone. I am Candace Brown, a mom of twin boys and an entrepreneur. And I hope you all have a great morning. It is cold in Georgia, baby.
It's a little cold here, too. I had to put my jacket on to run this morning. And when I got up, I don't get up at 5:30 anymore. I usually get up a little later to run. And it was still like 42 degrees. And so that's good running weather, though. Because when you run, your body temperature goes up by 10 degrees. So it's really, really comfortable at like a 50-degree run.
About no running.
So, anywho, guys, we came up here today and we wanted to talk about changing how you see yourself like sometimes we go and we look at things and we think, oh my God, I do a lot of personal development. And this morning I was listening to, is background noise too much?
No.
Oh, okay. This morning I do a lot of personal development. And this morning I was listening to Zig Ziglar, one of the greats in personal development training. And he was talking about the way things change after you start to change the way you view them, right? And so he gave this story about, and I'm gonna give you a quick overview of the story about this guy named Ben, who was actually, back in those days, he was he didn't know who his father was. He wasn't fatherless. He just didn't know who his father was. And so the small town that he was in, they labeled him and they said, oh, you don't have a father, because back then, good morning, Todd. Back then it was, you were ostracized if you didn't come from a family of a mother and a father, basically. And so his mom was a single parent. So the people in the town started, always ostracizing, even to the point that when he went to school, the kids would say, oh, we can't play with him because he doesn't have a father. You know, yeah, it was cruel. So from the time he was like 6 or 7, that was what he did. So he would just slip in and he said like going to the stores on the weekend with his mom to pick up foods and goods like that was like the worst time of his life, because that's when everybody else would be in the store and they would be saying, do you know who your father is? Now, this is adults talking to like a 7-year-old kid, right? This is how evil and cruel people can be. Um, do you know who your father, like he was to blame for his situation. And they would be saying things like that. And it wasn't a situation because he was meant to be here. But anyway, so um, they went on and went on and did this. So anyway, there was a pastor that left the church, and their new pastor came in, and he was young and he was vibrant, and he was like he heard that this pastor could make anybody feel really, really good, right? And so he went, and I'm gonna get to it, Candy. I'm sorry.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
So he actually went to this church, and he started going to the church. But what he would do was, because he was always never wanting to be seen, he would go to church late and he would leave early because he did not want the condemnation that these people brought to him, right? And so he would do this. But the messages were really, really good, and they gave him hope, which is what we come up here to do also, is to give you guys hope. And so he would go in and out, in and out. And one day the message got so good, he stayed beyond the time that he was supposed to leave. And when he got ready to get up to leave, he realized that everybody was leaving at the same time. And so when he got ready to leave, all of these people that had been ostracizing him and condemning him were standing around pointing and looking at him and saying, oh, there he is, da 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 da. And so this pastor came over and tapped him on the shoulder and said to him, hey, who is your father? Whose child are you? That's what he said. He said, whose child are you? Mm-hmm. And he saw the look on his face like, oh my God, this man is even going to give me that same response. And he said, oh, you know what? You don't have to answer that. And says it out loud in front of everybody. I know who child you are. You are a child of God. That's whose child you are. And he said the perception of what he had been seeing, that lens, totally changed for him. And that was the moment that he became, I think he ran for Congress or something. Mm-hmm. But he said that moment in his life actually changed him into evolving into who he was today. He said to him, you're the most high, you're the child of you. I know who child you are. You're the child of God. And he said, and you know what? What an inheritance that is. That's an awesome inheritance that you have. Oh man, the rest of your life is going to be amazing. And that was when that light bulb went off for him. So today we're talking about how you perceive things, how people will have you looking at yourself, and how you identify with the person that you see in the mirror will actually change things for you, right? I gave that long drawn out story, but it was so inspiring to me because people can make you feel and look like something that you're totally not. There was so much inside of him, right? So much inside of him. And with that one acknowledgement, with that one accolade to tell him, you have kingdom rights, basically. You are awesome. You are more amazing. It catapulted him off into, I think he ran for Congress and he ran 2 Senate seats or something. But that he said that is when his life changed, because what he perceived and what he saw changed the perception of who he was. I was just, that was, and so guys, I know Candy got some more to add to this, but I just want to encourage you, flip that lens of what you're looking at, right? Whatever it is, start talking to it and talk opposite to it. And you're not lying. You're just telling yourself of what you perceive and what you see in the future to be that change. Go ahead, Candy.
I don't know if I can top that this morning. I'll give it a little tea this morning. But I guess it's similar to what I was listening to this morning about faith. You know, we as humans, we look with our physical eyes when we should be looking with our spiritual eyes. And no matter what people say or what the situation look like, we have to see things differently. That's just like, I think I said this before, you know, what are things, you know, I had people write down what were the limiting beliefs, like what were people saying negative things about you, like if you were fat, if you were broke, and what does God say? You're strong and courageous. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm the lender, not the borrower. Even though your
Yes.
account may be negative 300, but you're still the lender and not the borrower. You have to see with your spiritual eyes. And that's all I have to say from that. But yeah, I mean, people, this is like you said, it's a good world, but it's a cruel world too. So you have to know
Yes.
you have to
Yes. Yes.
who you belong to. And
Yes.
things that I stand on every day. I'm the daughter of the king of the king. That's one of my affirmations. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really worry about what others say or their
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah. And so, guys, we encourage you on this morning to be grateful for who God says you are, right? Be grateful for who God says you are. Stop listening to those, to that noise, because that's what it really is. It's that noise. People are telling you can't, you shouldn't, you aren't going to. Be like, I am, and you don't even have to say, well, maybe right now I'm not, but I am that. All you got to do is say, I am going to do that.
Yeah.
I am that. Okay. And keep it moving. You don't have to justify who you are to anybody. You are your biggest competition. You look in that mirror and you challenge yourself. All right. So on this grateful morning, on this grateful Tuesday, we challenge you like we do every Tuesday is to go out there and be great, resonate on at least two things that you are truly grateful for on today. Um, I'm glad you're here also, Ty. Ty said he's glad to be here.
Aw. Aw.
We appreciate you. But we encourage you today to go on and reflect on at least two things that you are truly grateful for today. And if knowing who you are is one of them, guys, that is absolutely amazing. If you have lights, if you have water, if you have shelter, whatever it is, reflect on at least two things. And I promise you, what you have will become even better. It'll become even greater, because when you can be grateful for the small things, the big things just automatically show up. All right. Have an awesome day. I love you, Candy.
I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Toodles. Bye.